Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium. I'm Stephen and this is my second show. Maybe I should just keep each week that comes on. This is my third, fourth, this is my 100th and 50th. But thank you for listening. I know I'm on an hour earlier today and I am with Coach Elix.
Hello, Stephen the Medium. Hello, everyone.
Hello. And we have the wonderful Mark, who is mining the boards. Thank you, Mark. And I just want to give a big shout out to Mark. The reason why I was on an hour earlier today is there was a previous commitment with the radio station that they had, couldn't change. So they asked me to come on an hour earlier. But Mark actually does and hosts his jukebox from 3 to 5, and he only did 3 to 4 to give me the hour 4 to 5, which I am so thankful, and thank you, Mark. That was very, very nice. So
and I'm sure there's a lot of spirit that's very thankful that you gave up 1 hour.
You'll be rewarded, Mark.
Mark has that face of like, oh dear, are they going to come after me?
But thank you again for listening. Today, I'm really excited. I got to tell you, I was so excited when I left here last week. I thought the hour went so well. The calls that came in, people that were listening, I get just so many emails and so many messages that people tried to call in, and the line was busy. So thank you. My mission is to get to as many people as I can to do readings when I do these shows. So if I happen not to get to you, please know that I'm thinking about you and that the following week I definitely will hopefully try to do that. So,
and a big thank you to everyone that called last week because the phones literally were ringing off the hook.
Yeah.
Before we got here, after we got here, and you did everything you could to take as many calls as possible.
That's what Mark said, that after we left, like 10 to 15 minutes after we left, there were calls coming in, which is wonderful. That's why I wanted to do the show to people that may not be able to get to me. They can call so I can do a reading. So, but one of the things that I wanted to just quickly talk about before I start opening the lines for readings, and I certainly will let you know when I'm going to, is that the past, probably 6 months or so, a lot of people that I'm reading have been asking me about past lives and regressions and reincarnations, and I think it's a really interesting subject that people are asking, and which made me think about a couple of years ago when Coach Elix, myself, and my best friend Paul went, and I certainly won't say names, but we went to someone who did past life regressions. And, one of the things that got me really charged up is that Paul asked this particular person during their session, because the person said, "You have any questions?" And Paul asked, "Can you tell me if my mom's around?" And the person said to Paul, "She's no longer available because she was reincarnated." And I get very, very charged up because Paul and I speak daily, and his mother comes through all the time. So I know that she's around and she's available, but it kind of made me start thinking about how does this all work? If someone does cross over and then reincarnates, can that person still be available? Which, certainly in my experience, absolutely. And I think the best way just to describe it is that when we lose somebody, say we lose our mom, the base of her is always there. So it's almost like a tree, and the roots are still there, but there's all these branches. So over the years, sometimes someone can reincarnate in 10 years, sometimes 100 years, but you can always access them from what you remember here in the physical world so that your mom can come through. So that's been my experience, and I love that because, of course, I couldn't even begin to imagine telling someone, well, your dad's not here because he's been reincarnated, so you can't speak to him or I can't get any messages. Again, that's my experience and only my experience, but it's something that I love that it's there and it's available and that people are still here. And to be honest, because I'm so new at this, even the whole reincarnation and is something I'm learning, and that's what I wanted the show so that I could have someone who is an expert at some point come on and just, share with me, share with everybody, what their perspective is. Right?
I'm not a good enough expert.
No.
You're looking for another sidekick?
No. Yeah, exactly.
Of course, it figures. But that also reminds me, Stephen, that that experience in particular was not a positive experience for any of us.
No.
And with that said, I want to invite anyone who has seen a medium before and they didn't have a positive experience to just think that, just like with anything, there's some people that are really good at what they do, there's some people that are okay at what they do, and there's some people who are just simply mediocre at what they do. But don't judge
that experience,
the overall,
right,
by one experience, because we learned very quickly that was just one bad experience, and it was bad for all three of us.
No, it was very bad, and I can't remember if before or after, and I think it was after that I did take an Akashic Records class and became certified in the Akashic Records, and the Akashic Records are really the base of when you do past lives, where you tap into to pull the past lives out. They're records of our past, present, and future, information of all our things, of all things that have happened, our every word, our actions, and it's really cool. I mean, I haven't done a lot of past life regressions, but it's been very interesting, and the ones I have done have been so positive, and really it's amazing how they tie into your current life, which I think is pretty incredible. And again, it's something that I'm learning. So you look like you want to say something.
No, I'm just thinking.
It better be nice.
No, I'm just thinking. I know. I'm trying to filter my thoughts so that I keep it positive. But I'm just trying to think. Like, one example from that experience was, I've always have felt a connection with the Jewish religion. Always have, and I can't explain it. I just felt a connection. When I have my Jewish, friends, and always felt that. So one of the questions that I had for her was I, do I come from a Jewish background in one of my past lives? And of course, during the 1 hour with her, she says nothing, and then at the very end, she asked if I had any questions. So that was my question. And as soon as I said that, she's like, "Oh yeah. You were a rabbi." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So,
well, on that note, I think we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
You're listening to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium right here on AM 1320 WARA.
UDVNA will host the 16th annual 5K Run Walk to Remember. Runners and walkers will step off from the North Attleboro Town Hall, located at 43 Washington Street, at 9 a.m. The road race is open to all levels of runners and walkers, from novice to serious athletes. Individuals, teams, wheelchair racers, and school groups may also participate. After the race, refreshments, along with massage and stretching services, will be available. Awards will also be presented shortly after the race. For more information, visit www.communityvna.com or call 1-800-220-0110.
You sit down at your table, you get your card. 25 squares hold the key. Which one will it be? I-25, O-72, or Lucky B-13? Which one will be the square that makes you jump up and shout,
Bingo!
The Attleboro Elks Lodge 1014 hosts bingo each Sunday at 887 South Main Street. Open to the public, the kitchen opens at 5 p.m. with a variety of food available. Bingo starts at 6 p.m. Prizes are awarded and proceeds support Elks charities. For further details, you can visit attleboroelks.org or you can call 508-222-5502. Remember, Elks care. Elks share.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back to Through the Static. I am here with Coach Elix, and the number here is 508-222-1320. Just one note, when you do call for a reading, just give me your first name, no last names, because the best readings are when I have no idea who I'm talking to. But to close this conversation Elix and I were just talking about, I want to make sure that I'm very clear that there are incredible mediums. There's incredible people that do past life regressions. I think what Elix said is on point, that if you do happen to go to somebody and it's not the greatest experience, then just don't let that just...
Be open to go to someone else.
Exactly. I just don't want that experience to really negate you looking at another medium or seeing another medium. And all I can think of is, if I wasn't there with my best friend and he walked out of there thinking, oh my God, my mom is reincarnated, so she's not here any longer, that could really have an impact on him or anybody else. So that's what I was just bringing up. So again, 508-222-1320. I'm ready and open for some calls.
I think you got some callers waiting.
Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
This is Steve.
Steve, how are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to hear you. I've heard you on Dave's show, but I didn't know this was your second. So are you on like every Wednesday? Is that how it's...
I am, Steve. It's going to be every Wednesday at 5 p.m. This is just a fluke week that I'm on at 4 to 5, but from next week, August 8th, and thereafter, it's going to be at 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So, but thank you for calling. I'm so appreciative that you actually listened to me when I was on Dave Kane's show, which is terrific. So, let me start, Steve, with Mom. Mom's crossed?
No.
So it's got to be Grandma then.
Grandmother, yes.
Let me ask you something, Steve. Was one of your grandmothers, or there's been a woman who's been with me since this morning. I was in probate court this morning doing my legal stuff, and there was a woman that's been with me. She was bigger. She was on a larger side. Was there somebody connected to you that was in spirit that's big? Or is your mom a larger woman?
I can only think of an aunt that was a larger size that passed
so
in
just,
that line, yeah.
And, a lot of times what happens is spirit that's with me, they know it's whoever's going to be the first caller, the first reading, they're just kind of hanging out with me because they know the first person who's going to call, which will be you. So just know that it probably is an aunt, and that aunt is crossed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if she was bigger, she was just had the best laugh. I just kept hearing her, and just a very good sense of humor. Was this on your mom's side?
No, it's actually on my dad's side.
Does Mom have a sister?
Yeah.
Who's here?
They're still here, though, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's just, she's, I always tell people that just because it's Dad's side doesn't mean that your aunt on Dad's side is only going to talk about Dad's side. She's going to talk about everything just to let you know that it is actually her. And where does Mary? Where's the M come? I keep hearing Marion or Mike or M name connected here, living or crossed. Steve, if it doesn't come with you, because your aunt keeps talking about, and think of your aunt's, your dad's side, and your aunt, whether she had children or she had a husband with the M.
Oh, yeah, okay, there's an M, yeah, Margaret.
Who's Margaret?
She's an aunt that passed.
Okay, just know so this is another aunt.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is two aunts now stepping forward to let you know that they're here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just wow, this is like Aunt Day for you. But both both the MR. I wasn't sure if it was Marion. The aunt was very surprised that you didn't get her right away, and she's very funny. These aunts are always with you. They keep telling me though that you've got something really close. What just happened, Steve? Birthday, anniversary, celebration? They're showing me a bouquet of flowers. So it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks back, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ahead.
Not really anniversary. Well, there's a death anniversary that was like a month ago.
And it could be that.
If you call it anniversary, yeah.
Oh yeah, and anniversary of wedding anniversary, crossing anniversary. But I just heard guy, a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so just know it's just letting you know that it is him stepping. Is this Dad?
No, it was a partner.
Oh, wow. But wait a minute, your father is here?
My father's not here either.
Oh, that's...
But actually, that's kind of interesting because they
Steve, don't...
years apart at the same time of the month.
So listen, don't... So your dad is... When you just said it was not your father, your partner, your father just... Or a father figure just stepped forward and said, I'm here in spirit. So it's a way to let you know that your dad and your partner are together. And
well, it fits with the anniversary because I was thinking, well, Dad, yeah, you're right, but that wasn't my first input. But yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect. So, and just know, Steve, when I look at them, they're laughing hysterically and pointing to you, and they want me to make sure you know that they have their arms around each other. So just know that I don't know what their relationship was here, but just know that they're very close. Did your partner or dad die quickly?
Well, that's interesting too. They kind of both went quickly.
The reason why I ask you, Steve, is because I wasn't sure which one it was, but they just keep telling me that it was unexpected how quick or when they crossed or how fast or...
Yeah, it was how quick for both of them, really, because my father was coming home from a nursing home and he didn't get to come home, and my partner died in front of me.
Oh. Unexpectedly. Oh, my God, Steve. So I'm sorry about both, but it's just, it's a validation, and I always ask names and how you crossed to because what my goal is that before we hang up, it's them. Your partner just said to me, though, I've spoken to my love through you before. So did you call in?
I called a couple months ago, I think, yeah.
But you spoke to me. He's telling me you spoke to me.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. So he's saying, and he must have come through, Steve, because he's telling me he came through.
Yep.
So
that's great.
So know that it is him and how much he's with you. And something about, he keeps bringing up the heart. So did he die from a heart attack?
Yeah, more or less. It was a heart problems, yeah.
Okay, so he just keeps holding his heart, and just know that which is wonderful. He just said now he holds your heart. So just know that even though he's not here in the physical world, boy, Steve, is he with you.
That's wonderful to know.
Yeah, and just know that. But I'll tell you, the last thing I will tell you is that he keeps saying he wants you to live more, to smile more, to enjoy life more. And I don't know if there's been times recently that's kind of like blah, but it's just a way that he keeps saying that you've got too much to give to this world and to people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just know that he wants to. He just gave you like the biggest hug, and so did Dad. But they're all also, the sisters, also your aunts are watching after your mom, because you said Mom's still here.
Yeah.
Okay, so just keep that with you. And Steve, thank you so much for calling. And I don't remember that you called last time because I don't really remember any of these readings. But
you get a lot of callers.
Yeah, but thank you. You got a lot of love and spirit with you.
Well, thanks.
Listen, you have a great day.
You too.
Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
But the morning I was coming home, that's the morning my father died.
Hello?
Yeah. So like a week later. Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Are you having a separate conversation?
She's sharing too much information.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I was waiting. I didn't know you were going to stop talking.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Even though I want to almost be quiet and listen to the conversation you're having. It sounded interesting. What is your first name?
I just wanted to call you and congratulate you on the show.
Why? Who is this? What's your first name?
What, am I supposed to tell you?
You can tell me your first name.
Okay, my name is Ann.
Okay, Ann. Well, thank you for calling to congratulate me. That's wonderful. And you know, when you step forward, your dad has to be crossed.
Okay.
Is your dad crossed?
Yes.
Okay, so you're making me work for this, Ann, huh, honey?
Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Oh, well, exactly. Well, exactly. But as soon as I tune into you, and I can visualize where you are. I can see.
Where am I?
What was that?
Where am I?
Oh dear God. Are you also a comedian?
No. I wish I was at this moment.
I don't know. You're doing pretty good. I can't tell you you're at the 7-Eleven in Brockton right now, but I can tell you that when I tune into you, I see your dad behind you, and a father figure that keeps telling me that the connection when you in the physical world was just very, very strong, and he's just making sure you know that the connection here in the physical world with him being in spirit is just as strong. He just yelled at me and said, no, it's actually even stronger. So does that make sense?
Oh, that's right, 100%.
Perfect. So he just, because he also just keeps hugging and
right.
What's with the ears? Why does he keep showing me, like he keeps tugging on my ear? Does someone have hearing issues, or is there something with earrings?
I think now in my old age I'm getting hard of hearing.
What? Oh no.
I don't know if that has to do with it.
Not if usually they'll give a validation of someone who, like in your particular case, maybe either just went to the doctors and you were told that there was some hearing issue or so. Because listen, when we all get older, we have hearing issues. So there's usually not as vague as that, but just keep it with you, even though it's earrings, Ann. There's something to do with, because I keep feeling my like ears being pierced, or my earrings going in my ear. So do you have like mom's or somebody's earrings?
I have a lot of her earrings here, but I don't have earrings on.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be that you have them on.
I have earrings.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Just keep this with you, Ann, before I finish this call.
Okay.
When you got pierced ears, or when someone had pierced ears, there's a story or something. So your mom is crossed?
Yes.
Okay. Your mom steps forward. She talks about the earrings, but she's talking about when someone got their ears pierced. I don't know if this is you or this was like grandchildren, but there's some.
My mother never had her ears pierced. She always wore the clip-on ears.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what she wore.
That would be a validation.
I had my ears pierced a long time ago.
Yeah, well, listen, you just keep it. There's something that she wants to talk about with. It's not the clip-on. She just said it's something about when the ears were pierced. If whoever brought you or something happened. So just keep that with you, Ann.
All right.
And listen, you have a great day. Thank you for calling, and I think I'm going to continue after the break.
Listening to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium on AM 1320 WARA.
The Attleboro Public Library will host a family concert with Roger Tinknell on Thursday, August 2nd at 2 p.m. in the Marble Lobby. Roger will be performing children's songs and leading the crowd in singing games. To register for the concert or for more information, you can contact Children's Librarian Crystal Brown at 508-222-7820 or via email at attleborokids@salesinc.org. This program is supported in part by a grant from the Attleboro Cultural Council, a local agency supported by the Massachusetts Cultural
The Benevolence
Council.
and Protective Order of Elks has been part of the Attleboro area since 1906. They have always been involved in community service and charitable fundraising, giving back to our veterans, supporting our seniors, and providing youth enrichment opportunities, such as soccer and hoop shoots, fishing derbies, and dictionary projects, while also providing academic scholarships. The Elks are over 800 strong locally, and their members are their greatest asset. To learn more, you can go to attleboroelks.org. Remember, Elks care, Elks share.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it, and you can hear it repeatedly without feeling anything. But when we introduce a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural or inborn response from you. Save the food. Why are we doing this, you may ask? Save the food. Because this ad is trying to change the world's behavior through brainwashing. Because 40% of all food in the US never gets eaten. Save the food. And that costs a family of 4 $1,500 a year. Save the food. Cha-ching. It's worsening climate change through the release of methane gas. Save the food. Cha-ching. And it's wasting precious natural resources like our fresh water. Save the food. Cha-ching. So when you hear this sound, don't be neutral. Rethink your behavior. Cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit SaveTheFood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium. That's me, and I have Coach Elix with me. And I'll tell you, Ann cracked me up on break. Was I laughing? Where am I? You're having a bowl of chowder at Legal Seafood. That's I love it. I love. She had such great energy and such a positive spin on her, and I hope she figures out the piercing. So, okay, so I think we're ready for some more calls. Let's get to this. Hello, this is Through the Static with Stephen the Medium. Who's this?
This is Louise.
Louise, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? And congratulations.
Why, thank you, Louise. This is my very good friend, Louise. I can tell by your voice. which is a great thing, and I don't know if you heard me last week when I brought you up and talked about you and how.
No, I didn't. I tuned in late. I tuned in like 5:30. So you mentioned me.
Louise, I did when I was thanking everybody for helping me get here with this show. One of the things I talked about was how you were at the funeral home and came to me and then went up to Dave Kane and asked Dave if he had ever heard of Stephen the Medium, and that's how this all tied together. And really you were the catapult or the catalyst for this. Really,
I'm so glad. There were no coincidences in life. I was supposed to be there to do that. I feel that.
Absolutely, Louise, and I'm so glad too. And you've been such a big part of this, and I know that I was able to meet you in person and bring through your love, your husband, who's certainly always around. But I don't know. I think maybe either tonight or tomorrow morning the show from last week will be archived on the web, so you can actually call in. Go online and listen to it. So.
Okay, great. I will do that.
But listen, thank you, Louise, for calling. I do appreciate it, and as always, know that your husband is with you because all I keep seeing is his smile.
Oh, good. I'm glad because I'm smiling back.
I love it, Louise. Listen, You have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Sharon.
Sharon, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, Sharon, as soon as I heard your voice, even with your very energetic voice, I got to tell you, your energy around you is so wonderful and so positive and very, very connected. So just make sure you keep that with you. But I also have a young male here for you. So I always tell people when I have a young male, or if Spirit steps forward and says that they're a young male, it just means a male who doesn't have to be 10 years old. It's a male who left this earth way before their time. It's someone who we don't expect to leave that soon, who has left. So let me ask you something. Is there like a brother or a brother-in-law or connected to you that's crossed?
Can't think of that off the top of my head, but keep going. Maybe it'll click.
Or somebody who was a friend of do you have a brother?
No.
The reason why I ask that is that who's stepping forward is making me feel like it's connected to a brother, to like a very good friend. Do you have a sister?
Brother-in-law?
Yes.
Kind of. It could be related to my son's wife lost her brother a few years ago.
That's who it is. Okay. It has to be. So this is your son's
wife's brother.
Son's wife's brother. That's who it is. Because they kept extending me out a little bit further. So, and it's just a way to let you know that he's stepping forward. And I'm not really sure how close you were to him, or if you were close at all, but just know that he's around, and just making sure that he wants you to know that he's around and watching the family and Jim. Where's the GJ name come in? Here or crossed, Sharon, and think of that side where he's coming from, because he's validating somebody from your son's wife's side. So it could be like a mom, dad, grandfather, grandmother, or someone living. But he keeps saying John, June. Just keep it with you, Sharon, if it doesn't come right now.
Okay.
He also shows me.
Does he say what his name is, so we know we have the right person, or?
You're a little pushy there, Sharon, huh? Just kidding. It's interesting you asked that, because I always ask, and it also the John could also be a middle name too, by the way. But I always ask name and how you cross. But there's also
James.
Who's James?
His middle name.
Oh, see, there you go. So just know, I always tell people when I do readings, everything that comes out of my mouth, there's a reason for it. And sometimes I don't even know the reason, but that's why I just threw in the middle name. So just know, you asked, I don't know why spirits sometimes give middle names as opposed to first names, but there you go. So just know that James, the guy with the middle name James, is here stepping forward to let you know. He also loves your son, by the way. So just know that.
He did.
Yeah, he's telling me he loves your son and that he's always around. This is sort of more so reading for your son. Sharon, he keeps saying to me that he's helping your son with some decision. Your son has to be thinking about, I don't know if this is like family-wise or like for him profession-wise, or if this just happened, but there's some, but he talks about geography too. So, is your son here, like close?
Yeah, he's close. He lives in Connecticut.
Oh, so to me, it's out of Massachusetts. So that's what he's talking about. Because when I see with geography and I see states, even though Connecticut is very close, are you in Connecticut also?
No.
Okay. So that's the reason why he's bringing it up, and why he's bringing it up is, again, it's all about letting you know that he's watching over him. But there's also a move. There's a move coming. Someone just moved, or a move is coming, somehow connected to you. Is there somebody like in the family, or is there somebody that just moved or is moving? I keep showing me all these boxes. So there's something going on with moving. Just keep it with you if it doesn't come, Sharon.
Okay.
But it you know what? It makes me feel like a college kid. Was there someone that just came back from college or is leaving for college connected?
Not through Matthew James is the person that passed.
Oh, yeah, and it doesn't have to be through him. This is just giving validations about what's going on connected to you. So there's...
Oh, I see.
I don't know if this is like a friend of yours who has a child, like someone leaving for college or coming... There's something with college, because they show me books and someone's moving away or coming back. So just keep that with you, Sharon. There's also someone, a big drinker. Where's the alcohol? The alcohol come in?
Oh... His sister.
This is Matthew's sister?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're still with Matthew. So he's just giving that as a validation because he keeps trying to stop or helping the drinking issue. Because I don't know if it is the sister. I don't want to call out anybody, but I just know that he's trying to help. He's just trying to help as much as he can. But you know about the move. He just said you're aware of it. Your son didn't move or think about moving even places? Why does he keep telling me there's a move?
I don't know. I'll have to think on that one.
Okay. But your son hasn't talked about anything about moving?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's some...
Not to me.
maybe it's a surprise. I don't know. There's also Bob. Who is Bob? Robert? Bob? Come in. And it's either connected to Matthew or maybe it's somebody new coming in for you. But there's a Robert, Bobby, I keep hearing either living or crossed. So you just keep that with you, Sharon, and also keep. Is your son the only son?
Yes.
Okay, so I just asked and they told me one. So it's just making sure you know it's your loved ones. There's like a dad or grandfather figure stepping forward for you. The dad is here?
That could be a lot.
Is your dad crossed?
Could be my dad.
So he's crossed.
Yes.
Okay, so it's got to be him, and but he is making fun of you that you don't know the Bob. It's a B name. So just keep it with you, Sharon. You know as soon as you hang up, you'll get it. So. But just know your son's in a good place with spirit.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Listen, thank you so much for calling, Sharon.
All right,
Listen,
thank you.
You have a great day.
Great show, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And I think we're going to continue right after this break.
You're listening to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium here on AM 1320 WARA.
Endless Beautiful and AACS are holding an Attleboro Community Keepers Workshop series at AACS Studio this summer. The workshops will be held Wednesdays, August 1st, 8th, and 15th, 6 to 8 p.m. at 42 Union Street in Attleboro. During the 3 classes, participants will get hands-on experience with audio recording, editing, writing, production, and community arts. Listen, create, share, and inspire your community by becoming an Attleboro Community Keeper. The workshop is free, but space is limited. To find out more information about the workshop and to sign up, go to endlessbeautiful.com.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. Look at this little face. How do you not love him?
Hamilton the Pug, Instagram star, and Shelter Pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Are you looking for more opportunity? The Literacy Center is here to help. We have free year-round classes in English, computer literacy, and high school equivalency. With the help of teachers and tutors, you can prepare for your citizenship test, make a resume, get ready for college, or learn how to speak better English. Classes held during the day, evening, or on Saturdays. View our website, theliteracycenter.com, or call 508-226-3603. The Literacy Center, building a better community.
And welcome back to Through the Static with Stephen the Medium. And, of course, my sidekick, Coach Elix, is here. And I think I'm ready for another call, if we have one. Hello, this is Stephen the Medium. Who's this?
Oh, this is Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, I asked how you were.
I'm doing very well, Lisa. Thank you for asking and taking care of me. This is wonderful. So, Lisa, I got to start with this. Soon as, or actually even before we came back to the break, there's a dog here in spirit. There's but it feels like it's like someone had this dog a long time ago, because it doesn't feel like it was something current for you. So, do you have dogs?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
All my life.
Okay, so know that this is, and it's B name or Beagle?
Bambi.
What was that?
Bambi.
Is it Bambi?
Yeah.
So, for me, Lisa, this is like my favorite part of readings is when animals come through, because I'm such an animal person. So just know that Bambi is here. And right before I took your call, I could see that the dog was on the table and just walking back and forth. Bambi, just was very, very spoiled and didn't have many rules, because I just said, wow, Bambi, you feel comfortable on the table and just walking back and forth. But
he didn't get on the table. He's too big to get on the table. It was a big husky.
Well, but let me just tell you, Lisa, it's a way to let me know, to say to you, thank you, Bambi, saying thank you just for the life that Bambi had and just how spoiled Bambi was. So that's what I mean by on the table, just meaning that Bambi has no rules, and especially in spirit, Bambi has no rules. So, and there's also, it's interesting. I know you said you've had dogs all your life. There's also, again, I don't know if this is a collie or CK name, but there's also another dog here. But do you have a current dog now?
No.
So maybe the last one, it was the breed was a C or K name, or the
It was a collie.
It was a collie?
Mm.
The last one?
No, not the last one, but there was one.
Wow, Lisa, I'm good, huh?
Yeah, you are.
Just kidding. Just know that the reason why the dogs start here, even before I get to anybody else in spirit, is just because your connection with these animals. You have to understand, Lisa, that it's a way for these dogs, all of them that you've had, just to really use me just to say, mommy, like mom. That's what they call. That's why I can hear them. Thank you for, because they also keep making me feel like you would like not go out to make sure if one of them was sick to make sure you were with them. So it's a way just to thank you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Perfect. So, but there's also a mom. Well, a mom and a dad figure stepping forward for you. So they're both crossed?
Yep.
And there's also an Ann. Where's the A come in? I don't know if this is Anthony or it sounds like it's an A-N name, either living or crossed. And again, it could be a middle name, it could be a last name. But your father keeps talking about like it feels like Angela or there's an A name connected to you. It's in spirit though, Lisa. So was there like an Aunt Ann or great Aunt Ann or
yeah, cousin Ann.
But is she here?
Yes.
I don't know if I don't think that's who it is, because it makes me feel like the AN name is in spirit, but just keep it with you. And Lisa, you also, someone just have a birthday or anniversary?
Yep.
Because your mother just yelled out that, like she'll know, just validate the birthday or anniversary. But
yeah, actually last week it was her birthday.
Oh wow! So she's just giving that as a validation. But she says that follows up with something too. You've got something else, birthday anniversary after hers. Something's very close, she said.
I have a brother-in-law that's today.
Oh, so wow! It's just your mom just giving all these validations because she said, "Talk about the next one. Talk about the next one." So just keep that with you. So let me just quickly tell you, Lisa, the Ann that we talked about, the cousin. There's also, I just said, I'm just asking, and I'm telling your mother and father to slow down. But they also keep talking about the liquor. There's a story with liquor. I don't know if they're talking about someone drinking a lot, but there's a liquor. I keep hearing that's what.
I would like to drink.
Okay, so that's the A that first started coming out with, and I thought it was automatically a name, but actually it was just alcohol he was talking about. So just know that there's also there's something happened to someone's finger or toe.
Actually, this year I almost lost my finger.
Oh my God, Lisa! But you didn't?
No.
Wow.
The infection didn't get to the bone, so they didn't have to take it.
Oh my God, Lisa! So just know it's your way that your mom and dad are just letting you know that they know what's going on, and please know that you're keeping your finger was a lot to do with spirit and your loved ones just helping. They can't cure everything, but that they can certainly help. So, boy, are you loved, and thank you so much for calling, Lisa.
Thank you so much.
You have a great day.
You too.
Lisa sounds like your twin sister.
My twin sister?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Everything you said about what she does for animals, that's exactly what you do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love it. Hello, this is Stephen. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, this is Stephen. Who's
Yes.
this?
Millie?
What is your name?
Millie from Waterbury, Connecticut.
Well, hello. How do you spell your name?
Millie, Millie, Alex aunt.
Oh, Elix's aunt. Millie, how are you?
I'm doing better.
Oh, it's so good to hear from you. I didn't catch that. So, you're feeling good? This is Coach Elix's aunt, Millie.
Yes, I went to the doctor yesterday. He gave me the good papers. I don't have to go see him anymore.
Oh, that's so terrific.
We're very happy about that.
I am so happy about that. I'll tell you, Millie, I don't know, gentlemen. So this is husband. Husband, I can't remember. Husband is crossed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just know that I just keep seeing him side by side. It's just a way, Millie, just to let you know that everything you just went through, he was with you every step of the way because he keeps showing me holding your hand. So just keep that. He just also keeps talking about something engraved. There's something engraved. I don't know. Do you have something from him or something that you gave him?
I gave him a long time a bracelet, but he never wore it. And then we passed it on to my grandson, and they needed some money, so it was sold.
But was the bracelet engraved?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. So no, it's just a way that he's just throws out this random sort of item to let you know that it is actually him and how much he's been with you. So, Millie, thank you for calling, and hopefully that we'll get to see you soon. But I got to tell you that you're so loved, and we're so happy that you're okay. This is such a wonderful woman.
Yes, and we're going to see you very, very soon. Promise.
Oh, okay. Thank you, guys.
We love you.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye,
bye-bye.
Millie. Okay, so I think we're almost 5 minutes? Okay. I love doing this. I love just having people call in. And, it's sometimes it would bother me when I would do a reading, just internally would bother me, thinking, I want people to get these validations. And when people say they can't think of it or so, but I've done this now long enough to know that what Spirit's given me is something that the person I'm reading knows about. And I love when I also get emails and texts just saying that, I know you kept bringing this up, but I couldn't think of it. Because, it's interesting how some people are so quick with getting messages, and some people it's a little bit more difficult. But neither is better or worse. But I do love when people that don't get it, because sometimes people just want to hear so badly from their loved ones that they kind of shut their minds down. And besides the fact I'm either looking at you and staring at you, who's this, what's that, why are they saying this? And then they email me and give me a text to say that they give a validation. So
for those of us who have been privileged to see your evolution as a medium, it's I can tell you that I can see how you trust yourself. You no longer question, oh my God, am I getting it right? Am I doing the right thing? You just stay on your track, on your on your own track, and you own what it is that Spirit's giving you. You trust it, and that's what makes for beautiful readings. I watch it from this end, and I mean, people ask me all the time, does it get old? I'm like, no, it doesn't ever. I'm fascinated.
No, thank you, Felix, for saying that. And,
yeah,
it's really Spirit too. Spirit just, I don't even have a second to kind of hesitate, because Spirit's giving me the next thing to say, because their goal is the same as my goal, is to get as many messages to the person I'm reading, so that when they leave here, they know that whoever came through, their mom, dad, grandparents, child, whoever it is, that they actually were here, and they are here, and they're just because physically they're not here, every other way they're still here, and they know what's going on, and they're guiding, and they're listening, and there's no better feeling to get that validation, to know that whoever you lost and whoever you're missing and you're grieving, that they are still here, and that they're right next to us. And one of the signs that Spirit gives me is when they're I'm not sure if I brought this up in any of the readings today, but they show me that they're leaning on me, and it's just a way. It's my symbol to say that they really are. Excuse me. That 24/7 they're with us, and the best thing too is that they have the best sense of humor, because they want us to live the best lives we have here and be happy and not be sad that their loved ones are not here physically. So really, we're the only ones that are very sad and going through the grieving process. They're not. They just, they don't want that to happen. They do everything that they can to, get to make us in a better place. And
I think what you said, it's really something important for everyone to remember. Like, don't wait for a death in the family. Don't wait for an unexpected situation to be reminded that we need to live today like it's all we got.
I know, absolutely. I think that's a great point. So if I didn't happen to get to you, if you called in, the line was busy, please call. It's going to be next week, August 8th at 5 o'clock to 6. My website is StephenTheMedium.com. Very easy to find. Same on Facebook. But I want to thank everybody who called. And again, remember that you don't need to be with a medium to feel your loved ones or get signs. They're there all the time. And I look forward to next week. Bye-bye.
Same here. Bye.